All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a hidden global battlefield. This is a war where the weapons aren't missiles, they're information. And the targets? Well, they're the secrets that literally power our entire world.
I know, it sounds like something straight out of a spy movie, right? But this is a real case, and it exposes just how sophisticated this new kind of war has become. And don't worry, we are going to solve this little mystery. But before we get there, we really need to understand the battlefield itself.
So, here's the thing about the 21st century. The lines are getting blurry, really blurry. What used to be just smart, aggressive business strategy now sits uncomfortably close to, well, outright theft. We're talking about companies, even entire nations, locked in this constant knockdown, drag-out fight for technology, for markets, really, for the future itself.
And this is the critical line we're talking about. On one side, you've got what's called economic intelligence. This is the totally legal, totally ethical collection of public info to get a leg up on the competition. Think of it like brilliant detective work. But on the other side, that's industrial espionage. And that's just a fancy term for the illegal theft of trade secrets. One is just smart business. The other, well, the other can get you thrown in jail.
Okay, so let's start in what we can call the white zone. This is where the strategies are aggressive, they're brilliant, but they are completely 100% above board. This is where we see how information, when you use it the right way, can literally reshape entire industries.
You know, the launch of House of Cards is the perfect example here. The rest of the industry thought Netflix was completely insane. They ordered 2 full seasons without even seeing a pilot. Can you imagine? But here's the kicker. What looked like this huge, crazy gamble was actually a cold, calculated masterpiece of data analysis.
$100 million. That's what they invested, and yet it was probably one of the safest bets in the entire history of television. So why? Simple. Netflix didn't have to guess if you were going to watch it. They already knew because they had your data. So how exactly did they pull it off? It was this simple, but honestly brilliant 3-step move. First, they saw that a huge chunk of their audience loved the original British version of House of Cards. Okay, check. Second, their data also showed that this exact same group of people loved films directed by David Fincher. And third, they overwhelmingly watched movies starring Kevin Spacey. You put those 3 ingredients together, boom. Netflix had a guaranteed hit on their hands before a single camera even started rolling. All right, now let's step into the gray zone. This is where things get a bit murkier. Here, the weapon isn't your viewing data, it's the law itself. We're talking about a corporate war that's been raging for decades, fought not on a battlefield, but in courtrooms. This is something called lawfare, basically using the legal system as a club to beat your rival. And this right here, this is the ammunition they used. For decades, Airbus and Boeing have been at each other's throats, accusing one another of getting illegal government handouts. Each company had teams digging up dirt. Airbus proved Boeing got billions in what was basically disguised U.S. aid. Meanwhile, Boeing exposed billions in illegal launch aid that Airbus was getting from European governments. And the crazy part? The World Trade Organization looked at all the evidence and basically said, you're both right, and then authorized billions in tariffs against each other. But you know, this whole war wasn't just fought with lawyers in stuffy courtrooms. It was a battle for public opinion, for hearts and minds. Boeing was a master at this. They used that classic slogan to tap into American patriotism and build this brand of safety and reliability. The subtle message was clear. Flying with the other guys? That's a risk.
And now we enter the red zone. We're leaving the gray area behind. Here, the goal isn't to outsmart your competition. It's not to outmaneuver them. It's just to steal from them. Plain and simple. This is pure, unadulterated industrial espionage.
Meet ASML. Now, you've probably never heard of them, but this Dutch company might just be the most important company on the planet that you don't know about. Why? Because they have a total global monopoly on the one machine you need to make the world's most advanced microchips. And what does that mean? It means they have a giant bullseye on their back. They are target number 1 for state-sponsored theft.
So how do you even begin to rob the most strategic company in all of Europe? You do it from the inside. A group of former employees, guys who knew the systems, set up a front company over in Silicon Valley. They used their old access to steal absolutely critical source code and then just funneled it to a competitor in China. The plan was as simple as it was devastating. Just build a carbon copy of ASML using its own stolen blueprint.
Okay, it's time. Let's go back and solve that mystery we started with. The story of Zhao Qingzheng, an engineer at General Electric, and a picture of a sunset that was anything but innocent.
So what the FBI found was just a brilliant act of data hiding. The engineer used this technique called steganography. Here's what he did. He took dozens of top-secret design files, we're talking GE's most advanced turbine tech, and he encrypted them. Okay, step one. Then he literally embedded the code for those secret files inside the code of a simple JPEG image. He emailed that sunset photo to himself, and it sailed right past GE's security. Why? Because they were looking for suspicious documents, not a harmless picture.
So, okay, we've walked through the white zone, the gray zone, and the red zone. After seeing all of this, what's the big takeaway here? What does it all mean? How does anyone, a business, or even an entire nation survive in this wild new world of economic warfare? You know, if there's one single lesson to take away from all this, it's this. The most devastating attacks, the ones that do the real damage, they're not coming from some shadowy hacker thousands of miles away. Nope. The greatest threat is already inside the building. Think about it. ASML, GE, these were insider jobs. They were carried out by trusted, high-level employees, the very people who held the keys to the kingdom.
And this just lays it all out perfectly. It shows the whole spectrum of this conflict. You can see the journey we just took, right? We started with Netflix using legal, but super aggressive data analysis. Then we moved into the gray area with Airbus and Boeing using the law itself as a weapon. And we ended up in the deep red with insiders at ASML and GE using these incredibly sophisticated techniques to just steal secrets for foreign powers. The battlefield, it turns out, is absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, this quote really just says it all, doesn't it? In this new era, being naive, it's a corporate death sentence. Understanding this whole battlefield, from data to lawfare, all the way to insider threats, it's not just a good idea anymore. It is the absolute non-negotiable key to survival. Which leaves us with just one question, really. Who's next?